This tape recorder is the same model that's used by Sarah Connor in the iconic 80s movie The Terminator. It's right at the end where she's doing a bit of a monologue. This one is really badly corroded, and in this video I try and fix it, but halfway through I change tack and we do something totally different, so you're going to really enjoy this video. Hello and welcome back to another video, and this one's a bit of a Terminator special. We're going back in film history to take a look at this. You could call it a prop, but it's more an item that was featured in an iconic movie. So this one featured in the 1984 movie The Terminator, and it's the bit where Sarah Connor is recording that, you know, the kind of "the storm is coming" speech at the end of the movie, and I'll play a short clip of that now.
But I guess I have a while yet before you're old enough to even understand these tapes. They're more for me at this point, just so that I can get it straight.
Miren, miren! Allá! Viene una tormenta!
So as you could see, it was only briefly featured, maybe for about, well, half a second to a second. It's kind of sat like that in the car seat, and she's got a microphone and she's recording into it. So this is the Japanese version. This is, and I've got the box and everything with it. This is the Toshiba KT-P22 magnetophone a cassette, because this is the Japanese version. So the Japanese version came out in, as you can see here, Tokyo, Japan, came out in 1980, so it was in production before the movie, whereas there was a later release one kind of for the American and European markets, but not until 85. So it was this version, it was the KT-P22. So let's have a look at some of the features and the condition, and then let's see if we can fix this. So on the front we've got Toshiba cassette recorder KT-P22, and it says voice level sensor system variable, so I'm not really sure what that means. Maybe it takes out the highs and lows as you're recording. Up here we've got a light, which is going to be for the VLSS is on, and battery, and a little counter as well, you know, as you're recording. Speaker on the front. Up on the top we've got off, pause and lock. We've got play here, and that's pretty cool, isn't it? If you push the play button down, the record one actually stays kind of proud of it, so you'd have to push down there, the two of them together. That's really nice how that stays up. Fast forward, rewind, or cue and review, stop and eject. Nice snappy eject mechanism in there. That's really promising. On the side we've got a microphone, so if we didn't have a plug-in one, we have the volume and VLSS mic sensitivity, microphone, remote and ear. Other side we've got some DC, and then finally on the back we've got the model number again, and then it takes 4 batteries. Now, as we can see here, look at the extent of this corrosion. I'm really not holding out much hope that I'll be able to fix this, but I thought, you know, it's such a nice item. You know, it ties into one of my favourite movies. I just thought, you know, even if I just get my hands on it and have a look at it, that on its own will be would be a nice thing to do. But if I can get it working, even better. And so I guess with that, the first thing to do is let's just see if we can get this battery bay open. Oh, there we go. So that's the cover coming off, and here's our culprits. Look at that. That is terrible, isn't it? Wouldn't it be funny if we actually just put batteries in and this worked? I don't think it will do, but we will of course try once we've cleaned all this up. So let's shoehorn these out. I don't want to get too much of this corrosion inside. I'm just going to shake this into the bin, for which currently there's a dead Furby in here. This was what I was trying to do yesterday. It wasn't very successful. So that's the majority out. Time to scrape these contacts clean. All right, let's try some batteries in here. No, not to be unexpected. That is it. No life. But don't jump to conclusions. It's always good to have a real good check with this kind of stuff. So at this point, let's try the external power. It's going to need, the port's just going to need a quick clean up first. No, nothing at all. So safe to say that it's dead, and we're going to need to go inside. So on the back we've got 3 obvious screws, and then we've got 2 down here as well. Sometimes there's also screws kind of hidden inside this section here. Doesn't seem to be, so maybe we get lucky with it getting inside. Okay, yeah, the front is coming away now. Well, that's handy. So that's, I mean, that's all come off there. Just to the speaker in the front, I've never seen anything come away like this. It usually always comes away from the back, and it's usually really hard to get there. Yeah, I mean, whoa! Look at the corrosion in here. This is a crazy amount of damage out to the front. I saw damage around there as well. Look at that part just coming away. Might need a new speaker if we do get it working, because that's broken right off there. Those tracks are obliterated. But let's just get to the power. That's one of our terminals, and I'm just trying to find where the other one would live. Is there another one here? Is this it? Right, there we go. So we can see there's no life at all, even putting direct power onto it. There we go. So that's our motor turning. Desolder all of this stuff, get the board off, and then just work on it separately, and then see what happens. I'm of a mind where this damage is just, it's too far gone. So what I want to do is I'll have an explore in here now, see if we can get to where that belt is, and then just in my mind I'll just have a little think about, is there somewhere we can maybe convert this to something else? I've always wanted a Bluetooth project, but at least let's have a look and see where the belt goes to on the other side, if we can get to it. So I think that whole section does want to come out. It's just because you have the buttons there. Okay, so yeah, this is our motor here, and then it goes round this wheel here, and that's where you can see this belt has turned into gloop. Just trying to get the majority out with the tweezers, and then the rest is just with IPA. And now I can see bits of the other belt underneath on there. Okay, so where we're at the minute is slowly but surely we've gone from the corroded batteries to the circuit board that was pretty much kaput. Managed to get out the internal parts here to get to the motor. Now we can see where the belt then ran to this part, but then there's a secondary belt that then runs inside here. It's retained in place somewhere. Usually you'd expect a couple of screws on here, but I can't find any, so I'm kind of just running out of options right now. Okay, so we're back 24 hours later, and the video is going to take it like a bit of a pivot into something else. I just could not repair this. Like, the damage is too far gone. I had suspected it was going to be bad, but not this bad. And it was getting to the stage where I was going to have to be really destructive to even have a look at where the other belt was running that had gone. So what I thought I'd do, and I've been looking to try it out for a while, was maybe convert it to being a Bluetooth. So I've bought a few parts in, they're right here, and I figured, why don't we try and do it with this one? And just see if we can get it working. So I've never done this before, so the video is kind of going from like, can I fix this, to kind of installing a Bluetooth receiver, but let's see how it goes. So I bought 3 parts, I haven't even opened them up yet. So okay, so I've ordered another speaker, and this is one that should, if I got it right, you see here, be very similar to the original one, because that one was damaged. And I've also got a lithium-ion battery, and I'm trying to go for a 3.7 volt setup. So basically you either kind of have, most Bluetooth transmitters seem to be 5 volts, but there are some that will take 3.7 or 5. And if you take the 3.7, it means you can use something like this, a lithium-ion battery. So I just picked the cheapest one because, to be honest, I'm not really sure what I'm doing. So I've got a 3.7 volt, and I just went for like a 1,100 milliamp hour one, 4 watt. So that's 2 of my 3 parts, and then fingers crossed, I think I only need this bit. I think I don't need a battery charging board, because there are boards you can get where you it does like the battery charging and then the output, and I'm hoping that this board here is like an all-in-one board that will charge the batteries as well as supplying power to the Bluetooth. So here's the board I selected, and what we've got is a micro USB, so that'll be powered by, you know, just like a normal adapter plug that you plug in and you put the USB in the micro USB. And then you can see this bit here says battery. So I think that is where we're going to be able to put our 3.7 in. And then what you've got here is, so there's an on and an off switch for the board. And then you've got two outputs here, which are for right positive minus, left positive minus. So I figure, let's just see if we can like plug this together, and I swear this was supposed to come with some cables, this board, like basically like one of these, so you plug it in and then I could take the cable away. But what I might have to do is just attach it to the legs, because I don't have those, which is frustrating. Okay, not the most attractive, and I can always get some of those proper connections. I just want to see if I can get things working. I wonder if we'll get a light. I don't see an LED on there, but we've got like an on-off switch, haven't we? So this should go in here. Oh look, yeah, we've got a light. It's flickering. Now, what I want to see is, let's see if I can connect to this speaker with this like ancient iPad. Holy crap. You know that scene I played at the start of the video when I was talking about the storm is coming scene? It's actually playing. I've got a wireless Bluetooth system working. Incredible. Never done that before. So I think what I'll do next is, I need to tidy up my soldering, don't I? And I also need to wire in both channels. And then when I come back, we'll start looking at how we can get this inside of that. Okay, welcome back. So I spent a little bit more time just wiring these up. They're still not absolutely perfect, but it's fine for the purposes of wiring this thing up. At this point, we now need to work out how to get this inside here, and I've got a couple of ideas. One thing I want to do is on the rear, I think the battery, there'll be enough room to just put that inside the battery bay and then stick this connection through either that hole or that hole. So the speaker's naturally going to fill from the base to the top. Where can I save the space? So it needs to be like either up here where the motor is, I have to try and squeeze this board in here, or it has to be behind this top section, of which there isn't much room there at all. Right, yeah, so I'm trying to do this with it. Okay, so welcome back. There'll probably just be a bit of a jump cut or a fade there. I thought I'd fill you in on what I was basically doing. So what eventually happened was I did go with putting the circuit board into the back, but I had to remove more and more and more of the stuff. And eventually the spindles that you see here, they're just basically stuck on from the back now. There's no mechanism or anything. I really had to just like make as much room as possible. And then in the back, what we've got is, as we open it up, we've got the battery that is in here, and it stays in place quite nicely. So that's the battery. And what's pretty cool is I've put it so that the charging point is here. So as you can see, this is on right now. You can see the blue light. And then if you want to charge the battery up, you'll simply get your micro USB, and you'll see it change when it goes in. So pop that into there, push it in, and there you can see the red light coming on. So it's really easy to charge. The only tricky thing is just down here, so about a couple of centimeters in, is the on-off switch. It's easy to push it on, but to turn it off, although it's fairly close, you'd need something like a paper clip with a little end on it to hook it back, if that makes sense. Cosmetically, there's nothing I could really do with it. All of these are now just dead ports because there's nothing inside, but I've put them all back in, closed it up as tightly as I can, wiped the front down, but with all this damage, there's nothing I can do with it. Yeah, it's still nice that you can at least pop it open so it looks real. Now, of course, there's only one thing left to do, and that's to demonstrate it working. So let's play that scene which features the tape cassette recorder one last time. I'll bring the mic in a little closer.
storm coming in.
I know.
And there we have it. So give me a second, I'll pop this to one side, get the box out again, and we'll wrap up the video with everything that's taken place. And so there we have it. I really hope you've enjoyed this Terminator restoration special. Ultimately, I got the KT-P22. It's the Japanese release of this tape cassette player. I knew it was really badly damaged. You could see from the back it's absolutely terrible, but I thought I'd try and fix it. You saw me take it apart, initially the corrosion in the battery bay, then the circuit board was terrible, the belts had gone, and it was just getting more and more destructive. And at that point I could have just kind of jacked it in and just left it there, but no, I really wanted to get something out of this, like a successful video, and so I switched over halfway through. I'd never done one before and decided to install a Bluetooth module with a battery. So after lots of finessing, which I've just spoken about, I finally got it done, and I was able to play the scene from the movie in which Sarah Connor like kind of has in the car. It's the one she's talking into at the end of that absolutely brilliant movie, The Terminator. If you have enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe or like it. It doesn't cost anything and it really helps out with the algorithm. And if you enjoyed this one, you might like the video that's going to pop up there, or there's a playlist that's going to come up here. But until the next one, all the best, take care and see you.